Hello. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Trials and Tribulations. Part 3? Question mark? Recipe for Turnabout. We finished part 2 last time. It got very convoluted very quickly. Oh, this guy's not even giving me chances, just skipping through. It wasn't me, I swear it wasn't me. The evidence and testimony we've seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank... No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. I saw... We got no time for jibber-jabbering. I saw someone else there. Man, he's the real killer. Salt Bay. Salt Bay did it. Why won't anyone believe me? We got launched in media res. Like, I don't know what to say. Yeah. Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps up this case, wouldn't you? This court finds the defendant guilty. Court is adjourned. January the 6th. The start of a new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I bet it does, Maya. So I've decided that our resolution should be Savari, take on the world. What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya. I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Never. You got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe. Happy New Year, Detective. Likewise. Now listen up, Wright. I wanna... Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation. Yeah, me too. All right, pal. You got some explaining to do. You got a holiday present for me, Detective? What? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but... Yay, thanks. Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat. Hey, what about Pearlie? You haven't forgotten her present, have you? No. I mean, yes. I mean, no. You're doing this on purpose. I guess I'm busted. How do you like my first practical joke of the year? Very funny, pal. Let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it, a magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced? Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. The heck is this? It's a report, pal, about you. Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case. Well, don't tell me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from, anyway? December of last year. Which I guess makes it last month. Makes it old news, you mean? I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. So what do you think this is about, Nick? If it wasn't you, pal, then it leaves only one possibility. No way. You don't mean... Oh, a phony Nick? This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. I guess he's starting off the year with one too. So what are you going to do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I going to do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of. Closing my door because the smell of weed from downstairs is slipping in. On a Monday as well. Disgraceful behaviour. Yeah, see what happens when your hotshots start getting too full of yourselves. But I didn't do anything wrong. At least, not that I can remember. Better make this right, pal, now. And I'm taking the case back to court. Got it? Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto. I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait till next year. So you're taking the case, right? Good. I'm going to head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. Client entrusted to a case to me. If a client's entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of a guy would do that? You noticed Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was that just me? What do you mean? I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who's just found out he's going to be a dad or something. Yeah, I guess he was acting kind of strange. Maybe he realized he's got strong feelings for you, Nick. Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya. Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you, then maybe it's because of our new guilty client. So what's our first move? I guess we go down to the detention center and talk. Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right? Okay, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake me that did this. I wonder if he looks exactly like you. You're phony. Zinniop, I mean. I hope not. What kind of name for an evil double is Zinniop anyway? Ah, Nick, I've got it. You're going to ask whether I've got a twin brother? The answer is no. Spoil sport. Yeah, I guess that would be the obvious thing, right? Criminal Affairs Department. Do you want to go there first? January 6th, Police Station. Criminal Affairs Department. It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick? It's like Gumshoe isn't around. He's got it so easy, leaving everyone else to do the work. No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is on the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case. Guess that means we should go to the detention center and chat with our killer, huh? Being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer is the right label. Hold on there. Let me have a little look around. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Master Mass turned up at the bank. What's he doing? Hands up, you scallywags. You're under arrest. Hey, that's our job. Looks like Ron Delight's opted for a new career. Quit surfing the net, Chief. Sorry, I was just, things feel pretty tense in here. Post of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest babes in uniform calendar, my bad. Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute. That's the blue badger. It was my idea, I made it. Now it's the national symbol of the police force. So what's with the pink one? It's new, right? She's not an it, Nick. She's a she, right, Chief? Yep, meet the pink badger. So one's called Blue and the other's called Pink, but they're both called Badger. You got it. They're married. Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief. You got it. That's marriage for you. Whoa. A mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. Amazing. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Don't die running a red light. Die the old-fashioned way, of old age. You have a winner. Inject a bit of humour, that's the key. Just be coming up with slogans for a safety campaign, I guess. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. I think we've investigated pretty much everything that exists here. Not gonna get to fiddle with the computers. To the detention center. This is so nerve-wracking, waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty. Get down, Maya. That kind of talk ruined me. What the fuck? What am I looking at? Do we go ironically deep on the voice for fun? How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying. Oh, that's too funny. Aren't you? Yeah, I am. I'm totally and utterly let down. Ah, are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bird. Maggie Bird? Ah. Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop too. I feel bad now that I've done it, but I'm sticking with it. So, strap in. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you acquitted? Oh, sure. Very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes. Hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Oh, I see. So that's where we stand right now. Sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. I vaguely remember her saying the same thing last time. But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. Oh, Jesus. So how come you're dressed up like that, Maggie? I see you look so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. I can't keep it up, it's so hard. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay, I don't mind one bit. I enjoy being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So what do you do now? The second act of the life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yeah, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, I'm in straight away, sir. And then you got into this mess straight away, huh? Yeah, you can put it that way. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month. And it happened at Tribulations. Tribulations? Yeah, it's a restaurant, where good service and a friendly smile are always included. Oh. There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... one of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hold on there, Maggie. What? Keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I'd never even seen the guy before. No. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. On the other man, the killer, you saw him, right?
Of course. A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele.
You saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway. How come?
You tell me, Mr. Wright.
I guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. So if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted?
Because no one else saw.
So what?
The other man. The man who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time.
How's that possible?
I don't know. But nobody, not one person, would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defence. My granny could have done a better job.
Look, that wasn't me, okay?
And then, found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket.
What?
Small bottle of poison.
What? Poison? Is in your pocket?
Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison in my pocket when I was unconscious.
And no one else saw this other guy?
No, sir. That's what everyone said. But I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the two men.
Oh? And what was your impression of them?
Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry.
Music? How come?
Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece, and an emo musician's look about him. There was a sample CD on the table, sir.
Earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all?
It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess.
So it was a band CD, maybe a promo disc? Maybe it was MC Screwdriver. Really? Get serious, Miles. You buy the CD of a group named that?
What was the name of that group again? MCX or? Oh.
What about the killer? What did he look like?
Well, I don't really remember. Only that it was a young man, well built like the victim, really.
Wow, that's so fucking vague. Have you seen my badge?
A badge? Is it real?
Of course it's real.
That's what they all say. But I've been duped before. Give it to me for a sec.
Ah. She bit into it.
And I left a few teeth marks too.
I can see that.
I just wish I could remember if that means it's real or fake.
Said it was real. Anything to say about the clipping? Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this.
Hey, this article's about my case.
Can you tell me anything about the guy who's pretending to be me?
Sir, it was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Wright.
Hey Maggie, was my evil double Iam here too?
Nah, I don't remember a phone of you, Maya.
Oh, well, it would have been so cool.
And you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared to this. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime, you said.
Okay, I get the picture. But you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realise that guy wasn't the real me?
I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange.
Only a little?
Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal. And you looked a bit shady. Your voice...
The guy was nothing like me then.
But you had your spiky hair and blue suit.
That's all it takes for someone to imitate me. How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realise he was an imposter?
Everyone had these big question marks on their faces. It seemed like no one wanted to say anything, sir.
This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial?
Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney, so he should be able to get a retrial.
Mr. Wright, you think we'll win next time, sir? My life has been a full course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster.
Oh man, this is too fucking real.
I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder.
Telling me, pal. You're telling me, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all, am I right?
But I'll survive. This monkey bird always lives to fight another day. And one day, I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck.
Zinniop is really going to pay for this. He's staring at me like that for. But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out. We'll find him, don't you worry. We'll get Zinniop for you.
Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Tribulations is then.
Trey? Oh, right, the restaurant where the murder took place.
Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi.
Sure. Alright, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and this food. Oh, we can't actually examine her. Trebian. Tresbian. Are you a Tresbian? Damn it. It's like a step up from lesbian when you've really committed hard. Wow, look at this place. Look, more like smell. What is with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? And again, girls like that kind of thing, right? Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to seat us. Maybe there's no one here. Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone there? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here. Perfect. Let's get intrusive. There's no one here. We can't take any. We can take anything we want. Yeah, I suppose we can. I have to start here. Oh, I can't? Really? I assume this would be like the owner or something. Head chef. The restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French. It probably says open or closed. It says closed. And the other side would obviously say open. It's one or the other, but I don't know which since I don't know Jacques about French. That's... wow. And the great thing is that's a joke in English. So like I wonder what the Japanese equivalent to that joke was. Because that's a joke that only works in English. But I like it. I don't know Jacques about French. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya? Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then. There's something stuffed in behind the rack. Oh, yeah. Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, look at this. Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages. MC Bomber. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. $100,000 maybe. What MC Bomber is supposed to be. It's paper. It's from December 3rd. It's paper's from the day of the poisoning. What? Okay, so MC Bomber is the band or artiste that was getting their record deal. Paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. To see if I can find out some more about this paper. Is there anything more to this conversation? Yeah, it looks stunning in one of those Parisian frocks, huh? Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. Let's see, a bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look, fine bone china cups. I never knew you were so cultured. Oh Maya, this is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much. If there's anything else on that side. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money. You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. Guess we can slide to the left. Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there. Really? Cool, I love the snow. Let me see. Huh? It's not white. It's not even snowing. Got ya. I was only kidding, Maya. Nick. There are lies that are okay to tell and lies that definitely aren't. All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow. This table's set nicely, it just needs a customer. What do you think this flower is, Nick? Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower, I don't think. Duh, even I could have told you that. Well, those are the only kind of flowers I know about, dagnabbit. I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. Just random Star Trek joke. Pretty wild. This restaurant has partitions to separate the tables. When you see at a table, you can only see the tables to your right or left. That's going to be important later, isn't it? Must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so, with all this police tape all around it. And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya? Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know. Why can I picture you doing just that? Is that it? Is that all I get to explore here? I guess we go back to the detention center and ask Maggie about the sports paper. Gotta get my inner Jason Statham.
Oh, sports paper. Let's see. You got some Braun managed to defend his heavyweight title.
So, Maggie, that paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder. And Goodson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid.
Oh no. I found this paper in the magazine rack at...
Oh, no, that's me. I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations.
Really? That's strange. Tribune doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them.
Maybe one of the customers left it behind. Anyway, what I want you to take a look at is this scribble here.
Ah, that's it, sir. MC Bomber. That was the name that was written on the CD.
Just as I thought. I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh?
So, that underground must be a down payment for a record deal, right?
If someone gave me 100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Karain, or the Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme. Okay, Maya. So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim. You're right. The victim left this behind on the day of the murder. I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick? We could do with figuring out who the victim is, I guess. Because that's gonna give us some information. Gumshoe isn't there, though. Hmm.
No matter what happens, I never let things get me down.
You're always so positive, aren't you, Maggie?
Macho Maggie Bird, they say. The early bird catches the worm. Bird in the end.
Wow, all those phrases are named after you.
And I never turn my back on anything.
Always so strong, aren't you, Maggie?
Macho Maggie Bird, they say. Fucking hard as nails, mate. I'm a tough old bird.
A tough old bird, Nick. Hee hee. Do you get it? Yeah, I get it.
Ah, Detective Gumshoe. He's really looked out for me when I was on the force.
You seen him recently?
Nah, he's ever been to the restaurant.
Guess he's not a fan of French cuisine, huh? He's an instant noodle type of guy after all.
Yeah, he prefers the simple things in life.
Or he's just simply too poor to afford anything else. I know that feeling. Why can't I present me? That's unusual. I normally have me here. I was going to ask her about the fake me. Ah. Ooh la la, bonjour. Welcome to la Tribulations. Oh, hello. What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Jesus wept. Bienvenue. Welcome to my petit restaurant. Huh? B Avenue? Oh no, my petite chulip. Huh? Me? Look at this face. Like a kitten rejected by its own mother. You are fatigued, no? Hello, you need this. An aromatic bath oil melange of la neroli and la rose. My personal recommendation. I need what? Oui, just add a couple of drops of this mixture to la bath water and voila. It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic. Is this what Japanese people think the French people are like? Because they're not wrong. Really? And for le monsieur? Who, me? Look at that face, like the puppy rejected by life itself. You are fatigued, no? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot, and maybe a hint of wee wee. I don't want no hint of wee wee in my bergamot, mate. Okay. I will add la peppermint and la clary sage for a fragrance exceptionnel. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Hello, if you will be seated, I will bring you the special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers. Mais bien sûr, I know this already, monsieur. You are the Phoenix Wright, no? Yes. You know me? Mais oui, oui. I will never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Zinniop. Looks like everyone to do with this case knows who I am already. Wonder what sort of impressions Zinniop's been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am John Armstrong. Enchanté. Great. Well, Jean, if that is your real name, Bart Simpson. Okay. So what does très bien mean? I know tray, that means 3, right? Nice. Good joke. Good joke. No, no, no. Très bien is français. In English, you would say very good. Oh, very good. Oui, exactement. L'atmosphère est très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. The food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here? La cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate la haute cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for la moment. No one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi. Please don't eyeball me while you say that. I am le chef. I am la manager. I love how it's laugh at everything. That is... it's subtle, but it's a funny joke. I wonder, does that... I guess it probably would translate into Japanese, because they also don't have articles, right? They don't have gendered articles, so... I am also a trained aromatherapist. Roaming what? A practitioner d'aromatherapy, l'art of soothing la soul with the delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. So, could you tell me what you know about the incident? Ah, bien. It makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. So it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in here for a coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee. Ah, that is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair. He was dead? Oh, mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but... See, la police, they asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table? They asked. But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Old man? What old man? So who is this old man that you mentioned? At the time of la murder, there was another customer in here. What? Someone else saw it? Mais oui. As usual, he came alone that day. At the time of la murder, he was here. He saw it too. But he said the same thing, that there was no one else at the victim's table. Maggie swears there were 2 people. Mais mademoiselle, la lawyer, he could not prove this, no? About the lawyer, that was me, I suppose. Ah, mais bien sûr. Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up? What do you know about the sports paper? We found the sports paper in the magazine rack here. Well, the bad customers must have left it behind. You have any idea which customer it was? The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, except for my kitchen. Okay. I don't really want to talk to you anymore because I hate doing the accent. So I'm gonna go slide over here for a moment. Let's see if anything has changed. It doesn't look like it. Oh, God damn it. Okay. Fine. Oops, I clicked on the door. Okay, fine. Let me ask you about Maggie, I guess? Maggie was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for reasons beyond her control. Oui, oui, she was a suspect in la murder investigation, no? Oh, you know about that. That is why I give to her la perfume for la happiness. Happiness perfume? Oh, oui, blended from bergamot like I have given to you before. But she's been arrested again and found guilty this time. This is true. A natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong. Just a minute, your perfume doesn't work. Also, she said she had a bottle of poison. Is this guy the murderer? Is it you? Are you the murderer? I am not surprised she was la prime suspect. After something like that took place before my very eyes. Something like what? What's this guy talking about? Does this mean Maggie did have a motive? I'm gonna ask this guy for more info. Stat. When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? Oui, I suppose you could say so. So what happened? No, it was nothing. Look, Maggie said she didn't even know the guy. But she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive. Oui, it is true. If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Psychic lock already? Damn. A triple. That's wild. No way, what are we gonna do, Nick? We'll just have to remove... What the... What's wrong? The Magatama, it's gone. Yeah? I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air. We definitely had it a moment ago in the detention center, right? What? I can see the Cyclops. Maybe that means the Magatama's nearby. Mr. Armstrong, I just confirmed something with you again. Tell me where the victim was sitting. Was anyone else sitting there? That is a question you will have to ask him yourselves. Huh? Him? The old man spends all of his time at Dunlop Park. The park? Oh, a park. What park's that? Behind the restaurant. It is called Vitamin Square. Thank you. Je vous en prie, my dear. Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick. You are very sus, sir. Very sus indeed. So, this is Vitamin Square. Yeah, I see where they get the name from now. The fruits scream vitamins at you. Hey, Nick. That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about? Oh, that grudge-looking grandpa. He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons. No, he's not throwing seeds for them, he's throwing seeds at them. Oh my god. Look at that nose. Yeah, my grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. Excuse me. You mind if I have a word with you? Yes. I just want to ask you a couple of questions. What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, pigeons? He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt. Go on, eat this. Sorry. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you about Maggie Bird? I don't know any Maggie Bird. Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Tribulations. Yeah, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Not a disgrace. A disgrace? Innocent young girl revealing herself like that. Revealing? You mean her uniform? The youth of today, they don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you. Not 1 ounce. Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty? What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing. You're probably should lack any sense of grace. Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. You go to Tribune a lot?
A miserable excuse for a restaurant. That garbage they serve in there's not food. Where's the sushi, the tempura, the rice?
Tribune is a French restaurant, sir.
Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. What about those shameless girls?
You mean the waitresses?
You can see all the way up to there. Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
Listen, it's not my restaurant.
Yeah, it's a miserable excuse for a restaurant, that place. Miserable.
Well, he certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? You're a regular at that restaurant, sir. It's just if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Take that.
Must be hiding something, right? If he is, I should be able to see a Cyclops or two. Oh, wait. I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh? Remember, Nick, that Magatama is the only on loan. You better find it or else. If else ever gets wind of this, I'm going to be in a world of pain. Okay, let's ignore you for the time being and have a little look around. Oh, there's a magazine here. It's a magazine full of job listings.
You disgusting rogue, picking up something someone else threw away.
Throw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job?
Ugh, it's none of your business.
So I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then.
I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back.
Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up.
That's mine.
Well, it's evidence now, I guess. Looking at this orange reminds me of what? You're supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off colds in the winter. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know. You don't have to tell me twice. Hey, look, pigeons. Yeah, and heaps of them too. You know that pigeons are a symbol of peace? That's a dove, not a pigeon. Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're grey. Is that it? You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. I used to love sandboxes like you wouldn't believe. Really, you? Sure, finding iron filings in the sand with a magnet was my favourite thing to do. Iron filings? Well, that's too exciting for words. It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then. Did you manage to get all the iron? No, I never did. I think I came close, though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron filings I found way back when. You want them? No. This place is so fruity. It's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites. And that apple slide is perfect for you. What is so perfect about it? Oh, come on. Don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. Woo! No way. I'll get covered in sand if I slide down that slide. Anyone can see that. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try too. I don't think there's anything else here. So who stole my Magatama? Let's see if there's anything about the sports paper. Okay, I can tell these are generic statements as soon as they trigger. What if we ask him about Jean? Oh, okay. Will he tell us anything about Maggie? I know we already asked him, but... Oh, okay, he's not going to give us anything. Anything about the job listings? Mademoiselle. Yes? Are you looking for a job? What? No, I was just... Let me see. Your style is un peu différent, but you have a good face. Different? Félicitations, you have passed. I will hire you. Bien, come with me. I will teach you everything I know. Nick, help! I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. Jesus, now what? He's kidnapped Maya. What do I do about that? Is there anything I can look at while she's gone? It's really tight behind the cash register counter. Can Mr. Armstrong even get in there? Wow, and if he got in, could he get out again? Bunch of trinkets. Nothing new there. I don't think there's anything new here. I'm just leaving Maya there then. Is that what's happening? Looks like they have Maggie in questioning. I guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Okay. Poor Maya. It looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taking a shine to her. I suppose I'll just have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. I'll go pick her up from Tribulations once things have cooled off. Why? Maybe, actually, do we have any messages? My desk, I don't get to use it much, so it's still super neat and tidy from when Pearl's cleaned it. Charlie, a decorative plant. There he is. Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's gonna find her innocent? No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation. Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all of my other cases for now, pal. Gumshoe's really fired up about this. Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court sitting at 10 AM tomorrow. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor. Oh, him. Now, listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again... Yeah? I'll make sure you get locked up good for it, right? Okay, pal. Sure thing. Tell me some shit. So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh? Yeah. Back when she was on the police force, you were her mentor when she was a rookie, right? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know. Yeah, it was with the funny looks, pal. It was just it wasn't anything like... Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training. But that was it. Nothing happened. Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. Yeah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggie. I don't like her or anything. There was, I just start gossip with Myra about this later. Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You gotta keep it a secret. Got it? Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's going on in your mind. So I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim? Glen Elk. It's a palindrome. Why is that a palindrome? Is that going to be important? Or is that just... I don't know. Glenn Elg. Glenn Elg, he was a computer programmer. I see, a programmer. He was just a regular Joe working for a small-town computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chief. Said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. Oh, the chef, sorry. Programmer, and a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in her trial. You're kidding. What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal, I'm real busy. I haven't even got enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay, pal? What could this motive have been? This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah, doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I've got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow, so I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. She's, okay, so she's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes. But she was a good cop. Not exactly complimentary, you know. What do you really think happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony? Yeah, the biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Oh shit, wrong voice, never mind. Right, but get this. Everyone else at the place says the guy was alone. Even the chef. Whoa. Was he on like a hologrammatic voice call, perhaps? Like, is that scouter looking thing like Google Lens? Like he was having an AR conversation. I realize that's a bit of a leap, but if Maggie was standing at the right angle and could see through the lens, which is like, I mean, look at it, that's not going to be able to be possible, but let's assume, you know, hand wavium, that she could see through it and could see the guy and nobody else could. That feels pretty, you know, feels like a good starting point. And then there's that CD. CD? Oh yeah, she did mention something about a CD.
And there was a sample CD on the table, sir.
That guy's turned that place upside down. There was no CD. Okay, that is a little bit more weird. Well, not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal. And could the CD be AR as well? I mean, I suppose it could. It's just, I don't think we've really had any AR tech in Phoenix Wright before. So it's kind of like we're having to make an assumption about the level of tech in a game where they still use CRT monitors. So maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. Didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece too? Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie. Oh. So it wasn't a conversation? A radio? He didn't have a CD player? You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all. Come think of it, the owner of Tribulations didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Yeah, so do I. He's very sus. What do you make of this? Okay. What do you make of this? What's that, a sports paper? Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Tribulations. It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here. Take a look at this. See this writing here? MC Bomber. What is it? Ah, I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber. Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once. That's no good, I can't remember. And he goes back to being the gumshoe we all know and love. Hey pal, I want to borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on this scribble. Handwriting, huh? Yeah, it'd be good to know more about that in any case. Thanks, pal. I bet this will turn out to be an interesting clue. I wasn't at the trial myself, but I asked this one detective I know how your defense was. What did he say? He started off by saying I'm at a complete loss for words. But he must have found some quick because he went on about how bad you were for an hour. But you said you suck so much, it seemed like you were trying to get Maggie found guilty. I feel like I was trying to get Maggie found guilty. Interesting. So the whole point of having the fake me was to make sure she was found guilty. Which implies that the killer specifically wants rid of Maggie, right? It's not just that she's a patsy, it's like they specifically chose her. Not just anyone to blame. The chef of Tribulations, huh? You know what that chef said to me? Oh la la, your body is full of the toxins. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know. There's something about that lady. I mean, guy. Huh? Can't stop thinking about him? Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. I mean, I can't stop thinking that he's involved with this case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little something more about our charming chef. Okay. Did that give us... Ah. So what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Tribulations? It's kind of hard to say. You guys probably not even connected with the case anyway. Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything? Well, this is sort of stuff is kind of unimportant. Gossipy stuff, you know, pal? Look, how about this? You go to Tribulations and investigate the place yourself. And if you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report it back to me, okay? I suppose I get a choice in this, huh? So I'm gonna find out more about the chef and Tribulations, then report back to Gumshoe. Okay. Have you gone to see Maggie? Of course I have. I wasn't much good at consoling her. I'm not very good with words. Oh. Yeah, I guess I must have looked a bit down. Maggie was really supportive of me. It's great to have someone to talk to. Did he go for her or for himself? That's the guy who's going to be the prosecutor in Maggie's retrial tomorrow. Oh, really? He's working on a bunch of more important cases at the moment. He cancelled them all just so he could take you on, pal. Why's that guy so determined to see me fail? Sure attract a lot of attention, huh? Too bad it's all the wrong kind. Hey, so how come she's not with you today? She's working down at the restaurant right now. Working, huh? Yeah, it's tough being broke, I would know. Okay. Next time I see her, I'll show her how to make the world's best instant noodles. We low earners have to stick together, it's the only way. Why is he shaking my hand with such enthusiasm? Okay, so we probably need to go visit Tribulations. Tribune. Sense of flowers sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Oh my god, who's this? Oh, hello. Who was that just now? A customer? She had a sort of dark aura about her. Oh, welcome. Bienvenue. That's so stupid. Oh, that wasn't. I thought that was Thingy. Wow, what a cute voice. Oh, it's Maya. Oh, it's just you, Nick. Maya. Well, how do I look? Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium. Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer. Who's that woman I just saw? Oh, since you're here, you might as well have something to eat. I am kind of hungry, actually. So how do you like your new job, Maya? I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that. Yeah, it's a nice looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come. Don't forget about the ultra cute waitress. Check out my gimme a tip smile. Hey Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says. How much is it? It's the twin tea set, so it's $20, of course. Twin tea set. I believe I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive. What? But you can't. Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I'm trying carrying plates and working the cash register. But cleaning the toilets, that should keep you busy. Yeah, right. Maybe later. About the lunch. Oh, a fine choice, sir. No, Kitchen! A lunch special, please. With all the extras, drinks, side salad, dessert, and gift. Don't need any of that. Just a moment, please, sir. Maya's really getting into this. So how much is this set lunch then? $20, huh? With the drink, side salad, and dessert, it's $45. Hey, wait a sec, Maya. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, our deluxe fortified lunch set. Whoa. A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit. Thanks. Come on, Nick, hurry up and try it already. Lobster. Alright, down the hatch it goes. Well? You hungry, Maya? I'm starving. Here, it's yours. Really? Ugh. Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you'd better polish off that plate. I just remembered I've got to clean the toilets. Hey! Can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. Okay, Tribulations lunch special costs $20 despite how unbelievably bad it tastes. So is that going to be relevant that it tastes bad? How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad? Hey Nick, you want to take a peek at the kitchen? Kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. What was it that Maggie said again?
The kitchen, it gets you all the chef's greatest secrets.
In the kitchen? That sounds tasty. Hey, wait up, Maya. What is it? I'm pretty busy right now. Were you going to show me around? There goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face. Better conduct the search in the kitchen myself. Here it is, the famous Tribulations kitchen. It's my first time in here too, actually. There's a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure. Not so sure about having the frills above the cooker. Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we better search quickly. Chop chop. What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. It's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same too. Hey, wait a minute. What is it? There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. So what's that liquid inside then, I wonder? Hey Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he? Uh-oh. Could be poison. Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty. There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature. Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it? Looks like a collection of poems he's written. Poems? Cool, read one out. And say it in your best French accent, with intensity, okay? Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps. The two of them, like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon on that sad Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea and I know what I will do. I must lie to you, I must. That face. Huh? That's it? Yep, that's a poem for you. Okay. What are these lace curtains for? I don't know, but they give the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on a shelf under those. How do you respond to something like that? Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey Nick, this container has oyster sauce. What's that? Isn't that using Chinese food? Ah, look, right there on the counter. A Magatama, what's it doing there? What indeed? So he's a bit of a pickpocket. Look at these knives, they're really sharp. I'd like to see how one of these slices through a cheesecake. Cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife for one of those, Nick. That smells good. Something's bubbling away nicely in that pot. It must be the lobster and abalone fricassee with balsamic vinaigrette. Isn't that what I just ate for lunch? Maybe. What you ate is the only French dish I know the name of. Okay, so I guess that the main reason to come here was to get the bottle and the Magatama. Should we tell her about Glenn? Let's go take the bottle to Gumshoe and see if he can get it analyzed. Does that make sense? Okay, you're just in time. What is it, Gumshoe? The lab got back to me about the newspaper you gave me. It must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything? They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn Elk, no doubt about it. I expected as much. The victim took the paper with him. Sorry, the victim took the paper with him. The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. MC Bomber, I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me whatever you find in the restaurant, okay, pal? When did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. Yes. The poison. Cusco's poison. The poison specifically to kill Cusco. You got one of those aroma bottles too, huh? I mean, this one doesn't smell. Huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same, wouldn't you agree? A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? It smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? Now when I send it to the lab for analysis. It's most poisonous, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important. I had a hunch there was something funny about that chef. You suspect John Armstrong? I've got that guy's number. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. I guess I better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret. I mean... So what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at Tribulations, pal? Yes. So how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about it being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean, and it's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress. Yeah, I guess it's probably the food. Real scoop on that guy is he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. $500,000? We talking dollars? Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises. And I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. That's interesting information. But I still don't see... I don't think we have enough info yet to figure out why that's relevant. Or at least how that links to the victim. Okay. Right, let's take a quick break. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. See you soon. Bye. Back. Oh, right. Where were we? We just finished talking to Gumshoe. We've given him the bottle of poison. We now have the loan info. So I guess back to Trebian. So I know that we can't get there without going through the detention center. Like, why? Who designed the fucking movement system in this game? Let's fill in Maya on that. Apparently not. Okay. We go to the kitchen. Can we find Jean? What else do we need to know? What's going on here? The old guy's not here anymore. I still have some unanswered questions for him. But what is this? A battered old moped. A scooter, huh? Who'd leave it right in the middle of a park like this? The wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess it must have been in an accident. It's totally wrecked. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Who are you? Are you the fake Phoenix Wright? There's no way, right? Hey, what do you think you're doing with my bike? Oh no, is that the voice I've settled on? You've been messing with my new ride. Is that what you've been doing? New ride? Oh, you're gonna pay for this. It wasn't me. I was just... who's the one that covered my saddling crap, huh? Who's gonna pay? You catch my drift? No, wait a sec. I'm not a wise guy, eh? Out of beaches so hard, it'll feel like you're just smooching the express train. Uh-oh. You better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of lawyers and then you's gonna pay. Actually, I'm a lawyer myself. What do you say? I'm Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright? You say you Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I am. So you're a wise guy too, huh? 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only. What? Out of my way, I gotta cruise. He's gone. Surely that guy wasn't my phony, was he? He wasn't anything like me. Guess I better make a note of the scooter. Pathetic. Oh, it's the old man. Oh, it's you. A few threats from a little brat like that, and you look like a pigeon that's got sage in its eyes. You've been here the whole time, then? I was in that strawberry. I had some thinking to do. Well, you had some cowering to do. You're a regular at the restaurant, sir. Just if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir? Anyway, you filthy pigeons want food? I'll take that. It's a psychic lock. It's a psychic lock. I knew it. This old guy has got something to hide. But what could it be? I'm going to ask him about the scooter first. Okay. Fine. Let's see about breaking his psychic lock. I mean, you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at a restaurant that you dislike so much?
Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants: to eat.
To eat? Is that the whole truth?
What do you mean?
I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food at all.
You insolent brat, how dare you accuse me? What proof have you got?
I can tell that not you nor anyone else in the world would go to that place for its food. Because it was crap. Proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the lunch menu.
That's the twin tea set.
The food at Tribulations is terrible and expensive.
You're wrong, it's cheap.
Yeah?
I'm rich. I earned money when I was a boy. Yeah, I'm stinking rich. I haven't done a job of work since I was born other than feeding the pigeons.
What a load of crock.
The taste of the story, but the price is nothing to me.
You're saying that you go there because you've got money to burn.
Exactly. I have so much cash I can go for a swim by Money Vault every day.
Fortunately, that's a lie.
What?
You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke. Because you were looking for a job. This is yours, right?
A magazine.
Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job?
So what? So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money.
Well,
I don't go to that restaurant for food. I just go for the Jabbercino.
yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there?
$8.
There better be some golden beans.
What's your problem? Think a poor old man would be better off drinking dishwater? Is that it?
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there is really that great.
No, it's not. But anyway, that place has free newspapers to read every day.
Newspapers?
Exactly, they don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there.
But they don't, right? I'm sorry, sir, but there are no free papers to read at Tribulations. Take a look at this.
What is it?
It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Tribulations.
So what of it?
This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than a month ago.
Well,
You see what I'm getting at? That restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that a customer happens to leave behind.
Shit.
Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth?
I'm not hiding anything.
I'm gonna have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen, the reason why you go so much to Tribulations is... It's Maggie, right? He goes to Ogle Maggie?
What are you asking me about that girl for?
She was the waitress at Tribulations. Therefore, the answer to that mystery of why an old man like you would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress.
I don't recognize that face.
You're probably telling the truth here, because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit. Just a pervy old man. You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform. The uniform is all you can think about, isn't it?
I can't take it.
Gee, that waitress was your...
Enough, please, no more. Stop saying that word. Stop saying waitress.
So,
Yeah, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil.
no, I didn't mean it like that.
Even get one of those lousy cups of Jabbercino every time for $8. All because of the serving girl. Punish me, lock me up.
Lily, that's not what I'm here for.
You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like.
Ain't that the fucking truth, though? Ain't that the fucking truth? The older you get, the more people just think you're a pervy old man. And it's like, I just want to look, same as the young men do. What's wrong with that?
You'll know how painful it is to be an old man like me.
No, really, listen, sir.
Stop calling me that. I have a name, you know, boy. Show some respect, huh? I'm Victor Kudo.
Sorry, Mr. Kudo.
You young ones think you know it all, don't you? But I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more.
I was in the restaurant at the time of the incident, which means I have to hear his testimony one way or another. I don't believe this. I even broke his Cyclops and everything. I guess I'll have to try to get him when he's in a better mood. Okay. We'll get you when... I don't know, when you're at the restaurant or something. Maybe you'll go there and see Maya in her uniform. Is it because the midriff is on display? Was that the thing? It's kind of hard to tell because like they've used the same color as the skin here on the like lace. I'm assuming their midriff is exposed, and that's what the old man is getting horny for. And who doesn't like to see a little bit of midriff, you know? What's wrong with that? Where do we want to go? Can we tell Maya about fake Phoenix Wright? No, he's not even in the thing. Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eyes. Oh, ouch. Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while? Oh, we're just gonna take her right there. Me? Why? There's something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay, I'll just get changed. No, hang on. Can you go like that? I guess. Thanks, Maya. Sir?
You again.
Well, I see. Nick, his eyes are burning into me. It's okay, I think it's going pretty well.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're still just a little child. Let along and play on the slide, alright?
Play on the slide? We were so close. Just a little more and he would have spilled.
Pigeon.
How can we crack this guy? Lead a MILF. Is that what he's into? Excuse me, please, sir.
Quiet, can't you see I'm feeding the
pigeons? It's Mia. Mia, oh my. Well, he is a MILF lover. We've found his niche. If you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you.
Yes. Of course, certainly. I'm Victor Kudo.
Even from beyond the grave. Wow. About the incident.
You mean the man who died after drinking the Jarvachino?
It's like he's a different person.
It was quite a shock even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. The girl took the Jarvachino over to him, you see.
And? Was the customer alone?
Definitely. He was the only person at the table. And he took one sip of his Jarvachino
And?
And he said something like, "Ugh," and then collapsed, dead.
Oh, how terrifying.
You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know.
He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. It looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. You like the food at Tribulations?
Well, of course, I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. Set up a casino in London.
Really? How interesting.
Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France.
What a lovely story. London's in England, not in France.
Oh yeah, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France.
Ha ha ha. I can't believe Mia's laughing at the guy. Sigh. You visit Trebienne a lot, don't you?
Of course. I mean, yeah. I'd like to come and see you there.
Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure.
Careful that chef, my dear.
Chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong?
That's right. The man's an ex-com.
He's an ex-con? Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do?
Oh no, those eyes. I can't take it.
Mia's really got this guy eating out of her hand.
He steals things from his customers.
Fucking knew it. From his customers.
Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things mainly. He's a bill footer.
Could he have pinched the CD? Maybe the CD was real and he nicked it.
You be careful around him, my dear.
Are you sure about this?
Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javachino.
He really is a regular.
Let me write you a little haiku about it.
A haiku?
A Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about that chef.
Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. That's the second time it's sort of been mentioned that he might be a man or a woman. And the poetry book had a different name on, which was Clorance, right? Which I don't know if that's a real name or not. I don't think it is. But are they implying that he was a woman? Or am I seeing things that aren't there? I just feel like it would be pretty bold to have a transgender character and make them the villain in a Phoenix Wright game. That's a pretty wild, because it's like, it's a fairly family-friendly game, right? It's like it might be a little bit risque here and there, but it's not. It's like 12 plus, right? It's not like it's fucking an adult game. It just feels a bit controversial, you know.
If he takes anything again, you let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement.
Poor guy, he didn't do enough for Mia. I don't blame him. Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help. Thanks, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this. Okay. I feel like we should ask Gumshoe about his previous record, maybe. I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. Had enough of being a waitress? Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant. But, hold on, let me drop a save as well, because I've just realised we haven't saved in like 2 hours nearly. And you know what this game is like. God, it's one of those games that, like, because the conversation just keeps coming, you don't realize how fucking long you've been playing it for. It's like there's no, like, natural breaks. So you've got to keep paying attention to the real world. Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya. No, how can you leave me like this? I'm sorry. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a psychic lock or 3, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. A volunteer, of course. I'm not actually familiar with that word. What does that mean? Volontiers. Is that a real French word? Sounds like volunteer, but it wouldn't make sense. Willingly. Oh. I guess voluntarily. Ah, ha, ha, ha. There we go. Okay, what are we doing? Oh yeah, psychic lock. So, suck my magatama. What is happening? I do not like this audible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Hello, hello. I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Oh, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? That he stole. The man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000. $500,000? Oui. But after that incident, this ticket, it disappeared. Ticket disappeared. This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Hello. You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. I want to know the reason why. No, monsieur, you doubt me, but I have confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. Now. Ha! Interesting. Very interesting. On the one hand, we know this guy pinched his shit because he stole the Magatama. On the other hand, this guy who was looking for a job claims to be wealthy. What if he wants the lottery ticket? I feel like both of these guys are sus. And we've only got like his word for it that this guy is a kleptomaniac, but I guess we do also. There was the Magatama. What if the old man pinched that and just put it there to fool us? What if the old man is the klepto? Let's trust the old man's evidence first. I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like, do we pin it on him first and then later it's revealed that it's the old man? I can't think so many moves ahead in this game to try and figure out where it's going to end up, only where it's going, right? And the current evidence is it's Armstrong. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there's a very high probability that it was you. Ah. Wow, that is one piercing scream even for a man like him. Mais pourquoi moi? Mais pourquoi moi? Why? You have no evidence. I am not Master Mask. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Really disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. Present you proof that you've stolen from others in the past. Magatama. Oh, yeah, perhaps Dirk would be nice. Terrine, maybe. Sorry? I was just thinking about my lunch menu. Terrine de canard. What do you think? That sounds lovely. Hello, au revoir, monsieur. I must go to buy the ingredients. My evidence is bad. What, the thing he fucking stole off me? How? This game sometimes. So I'm guessing the evidence it wants me to submit is what the old man said, which is just a haiku some old man wrote. It's not fucking evidence, is it? This is evidence. It was in his fucking kitchen. This game sometimes makes me mad. What is this, a poem? I'm sure you know me so well. I adore poems. Please read it and put some feeling into it. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, a repeat offender. Sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu, le mensonge! You are a liar. Deny it? Do not make la false accusation, s'il vous plaît. So do you have any proof? I want to see like incontestable proof that I had ever stolen from one of my customers. Well, I guess now it's the Magatama, right? It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my Magatama, and I found it in your kitchen. No. Wow, that scream just about broke some windows. Oui, oui, I have a weakness for the little trinkets and la figurines. My hand, it just slips out. I cannot stop it. So handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is the truth. I'm just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time it was not a small trinket, oui? It was $500,000. Mais no, why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're in desperate need of a large amount of cash? This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah! You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. I mean, probably not, but most of them. If you've got $500,000 loan, you can't pay it off with $500,000. That's not how loans work. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Mr. Armstrong, you said the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to la radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted. On the ticket? Oui, he had all of his tickets spread out on the table. Interesting. I was so desperately in need of money, so I... Okay, look, that makes sense fine, but now that kind of overrides my initial sort of AR theory about him being on a voice call, right? Or I guess a FaceTime call, essentially. If he was also listening to the radio. Put the poison in his coffee? No, 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 no. Oh, no, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? La victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. I did not take it. I took it for $500,000, I mean. You just told us you did, and you said you took a ticket. Mais no, ma fille, it was not. That's enough. Huh? Ah. Oh, it's Godot. Fuck. Mr. Godot. What in the heck are you doing here? Ugh. This is without a doubt the worst coffee I've ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. Came in here for coffee? Does this craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I'm ahead, no? Just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at? In that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So, the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed. What did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Voila, you two. Time to laugh at the pretty little ahead. It's like I won't be needing this note anymore. It looks like we've got a new mystery now, namely where did the winning ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway. We can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. TBC. I was going to say how weird that these were saved within seconds of each other, but I suppose it's really not, because I sort of stream at roughly the same time. So, it's not that weird after all. January 7th.
Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? He was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scouts on.
Maggie! Oh no, it was Gumshoe. The game does that so much, it's really annoying.
Detective Gumshoe.
You doing alright? How are you feeling?
If you need to ask either question, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger.
And you? Yeah? You better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, and I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right? Yup. You'll be able to help Maggie out, right?
Really? Can you, sir?
Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me?
Can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you.
Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish... Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, you wanna? What's wrong? Nothing, it's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was... he was talking to me. It was a little intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. I can already tell you I'm the real Phoenix Wright. Oh, I wasn't questioning whether you were Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. Name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry, pal. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn L. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. Here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. Poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused. Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were two other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own two hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. We understand that the guy Glenn listened to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup, and what we found was potassium cyanide. Looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Okay. We're going to have to press on this, and I think the motive is probably where it's going, so that we can prove it wasn't her motive. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. Facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you that wasn't me. I reckon we're gonna find out who is behind the loan, and it will be the Yakuza, and that is who the fake Phoenix Wright works for. We think it's a yak thing. Shall we press him on everything, or shall I just go straight for the good stuff? Let's save. We're at full life right now. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said.
Objection!
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey, sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What if they're in cahoots? What if that's what the numbers on the paper... No, because they were written by Glenn Elg. I was just wondering if what if Jean agreed to give Victor 100k to keep him quiet? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press harder. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Huh, that argument is as weak as the Kofi and Tribulations, trite. I have here in my possession a ticket. Ticket? It's like a photo to me. Yeah, one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendants. That's pretty funny. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef, moments after the poisoning took place, correct? So yeah, there could have been a guy hidden there. I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trike, could anyone have overlooked that second person at the table? It's literally a screen in the way, are you kidding? It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. No, it fucking doesn't. Can't gaslight me into saying that that's a clear shot. What? Am I smoking crack without realizing it? What the fuck? I understand that the guy Glenn Elk was listening to the radio at the time. And a lot of these facts are basically just corroboration between Kudo and Jean, who could absolutely be making it up, right? Because where are we getting this information from? Who said he was listening to his radio? Can the police prove it? You know? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Oh, did she? Okay. No, she just said an earpiece, which is not the same thing. Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. So press on it? Yeah, press it. Let's get all the info out. What was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Oh, thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. Isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. Oh. Oh, well, that's curious. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection!
Ha! You put salt and pepper in your coffee, trite. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Ah. Seems like the poison could only have been in the coffee. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? Going to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh, for me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the cop, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This. Should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it. A coffee stain or a lipstick stain? Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this. For the record, the only prints on the cup are the victims and the defendants. On further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? Well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history. How much is too much? Lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams? How much is that? You only swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Wow. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. And it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Some kind of a motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown out of proportion.
Objection!
You know what my golden rule is, Detective. Chuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. She was, they said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point? Yes. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared is in no way implicates my client. Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. Uh-oh. What? Order! Huh, she's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind if an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Oh, good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, it's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. The stain looks like... it can't be blood, can it? Ha! It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? It's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course. The coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... oh, of course. I'm referring to the pocket. Pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Oh, duh. The court will accept these items into evidence. Well, shit. Even I think she did it. There's something still bothering me, though, Mr. Grow. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. That's, it's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. Could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they have all been clearly established. Well, Wright, it seems you really are a phony after all. Learn how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. Ah, yes, she passed out. which is more than enough time to slip the poison and the lottery ticket into her apron, right? And pour coffee on her. So it's a pretty easy frame job. I assume that's the statement we're gonna press on. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. Maggie was searched. We found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison, and that was it. There's nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convict the court. You're a real lawyer, Wright. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So let the fun begin. Right. Let's grab a save. Oh. Yeah, I'll press on that in a sec. I'm guessing that was Victor that reported it, so let's see if that's the case. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. We're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he held abuse at them. And seeds! Seeds. Seeds? What? Duncan. Ha! It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. Guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently. So he was late reporting the crime. Yeah, that's pretty sus, isn't it? He's in on it. Oh, Maggie had passed out? How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was slept cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. Okay, that's a bit creepy, my guy. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. That's good. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red now, aren't I? Victim didn't have any identification on him. He didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen? No, I don't think so. Victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. Then how was he going to pay for the coffee? That shit's $8 a cup. Someone robbed him. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Yeah, actually, it's a good point. We might actually be able to present. Do you have anything that proves the coffee is $8? We don't. We have the lunch special, but that's not really the same thing. Wait a sec. Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how are you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. You saw it down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenn Elk visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. But the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What was in the prescription bag? So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. Ooh, is that what the bottle is? Huh? Yeah, completely empty. Completely empty. Ha! You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? Meg research found a lottery ticket in the bottle of poison. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you've nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Objection! Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So trite. Someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. Thing is, you don't need evidence, right? I just want to take a moment. Now, I don't know how the Japanese courts work, but in England, you are innocent until proven guilty. So the fact that you were unconscious and someone could have planted that evidence, that is enough. That evidence cannot be considered as evidence, right? It's like it doesn't matter what was found on you. If somebody could have put it there, then you get the benefit of the doubt, right? You don't need to prove that someone did put it there. It's enough that it's like someone clearly could have put it there, therefore you have to dismiss that as like anyone could have put that on them. And it feels like that's the best way to do it, right? It's weird to like have to prove that you're innocent rather than having to prove that you're guilty. But I'm aware there are places in the world where that is the case. You are assumed guilty and have to prove that you're innocent. Which feels too heavy-handed in my eyes. But what do I know? And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for, but wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah, the one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh? They're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective. I mean, he still stole it. You know, at the end of the day, it's not the value, it's not the amount that matters, is it? This is one of those things of like a way that people justify things to themselves, right? It's like if you find a wallet and it's got a $5 in and you steal it and then, you know, return the wallet or whatever, because it's like, who cares? It's a $5, right? It's like, that's not how it works. You're still stealing. I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. But if I had a hole in this testimony, this judge is going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. We can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. I only hope is they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. See, how do we prove this? Because it's possible someone stole his ID. It's the fact that he only had 58 cents on him, but that's not here. And I feel like, am I the only one? Like, am I picking up on the wrong detail? Because this game sometimes just has plot holes. Is that just a plot hole? Or is it specifically meant to be there to be a clue? Right? Because the fact that he only had 58 cents on him is enough for me to think that he was robbed. And like, even in a real world scenario, right? If we for a moment forget this is a video game, okay? And I realize I may be overthinking it, but you know, if a guy's murdered in a cafe and he has 58 cents on him, I assume someone has stolen the bills, the banknotes from him, and that's just the change he had in his pockets, right? It's like someone's lifted his wallet. You know, maybe the guy didn't keep coins in his wallet, maybe the coins are loose in his pocket, or maybe they lifted the wallet, took the notes, and put the wallet back, right? Because you don't go in and order an $8 coffee unless you've got the $8 to pay for it for. I mean, sure, it would have been a world where he could have paid with his phone or his bank card or something like that, but like we have to assume they mentioned the 58 cents specifically to highlight the fact that he didn't have the money, right? And even with the lottery ticket for $1, he couldn't have paid for the coffee with it. Right? Because if he had a winning lottery ticket for $10, we could say, okay, maybe he'd already said to the chef, look, can I get a coffee? I don't have any money, but I've got a lottery ticket worth $10. Because you can do that. Like, places of business can accept things other than cash, providing they agree to it. You know, you can always attempt to barter. You have the legal right, and in fact, in most cases, bartering is the default. I don't know how it works in other countries, but in England, like, there's this common misconception. I worked in retail for a long time, so I know a lot about retail law. But there's this common misconception that people have of, like, if the price is wrong on the shelf, the shop has to sell you it at the incorrect price that's listed, and that isn't true, because the price is not a concrete, legally enforceable thing, believe it or not. The price on the shelf near the goods that you're attempting to purchase is an invitation to treat, which means basically it's the store's opening offer. And in most cases, for the ease and speed of modern life, you accept the offer at the till and you pay the price, right? So they say, this thing costs £1. You go to the till, they scan it, they say £1, please, and you go, okay, yes, I accept that as the price. Here is £1. Okay? But that is, you in theory, are bartering at that point. In fact, legally, that is an invitation to treat. It's an opening offer to barter with. So you could literally say, I don't have any money on me, but I've got this. Let's say you've got something that's worth some money. Let's say, look, I've got this brand new unopened USB flash drive. Do you want to take that instead? And if they want, the shop can go, yeah, sure, I'll take that in exchange. Or they can say, no, it's £1. And that is how shopping works. Which is why also you shouldn't pick things up in a store and eat them before you've paid for them. Because once you do that, if you eat something in a shop that you haven't paid for, all right, technically you haven't stolen it because you hadn't left the shop, but what you have now done is you've incurred a debt. And once you incur a debt, such as in a restaurant where you eat the food first and then pay for it afterwards, you now have to pay with legal tender, which means you can no longer treat. You have to pay in legal tender. And that means you have to present what is considered legal tender in that country, which is why the whole interesting thing about Scottish notes comes into it. Because if you've incurred the debt and then you try and pay with a Scottish note, they can absolutely refuse and have you arrested. Because Scottish notes are specifically not legal tender. Man, this is such a big fucking sidestep from the plot of the game. But yeah, the point is don't eat things in shops you haven't paid for. Because you're basically giving away some of your legal rights if you do. And also, it's just fucking downright rude. I mean, let's just take that into account for a moment. It's rude as fuck. But there you go. Right, where were we? Unless you're diabetic, of course, in which case, you know, shops are quite reasonable about that sort of thing. If you're diabetic and you need to eat something quickly, fine. Don't let that hold you back. Most shops are fully aware of the needs of diabetic people and are quite reasonable. Right, where were we? Man, I've completely forgotten what the fuck I'm doing. Why do I let myself get distracted like this? What were we trying to prove? Everything didn't have any... He was robbed. Yeah, okay. My point was that he not only could he not have paid with the cash, he couldn't have paid with the ticket. There's nothing else missing from the crime scene. Is there something missing? He was sitting there, he had scratch cards, the CD, but I guess only Maggie reported the CD? But she said something was written on the CD and he'd written that on the newspaper. Also, where is the newspaper? Who stuffed it back behind the magazine rack? And not to mention his bag of fucking stuff is empty. That's also missing. I think there are 3 things missing here. Now I don't know which one to present. I think the things that are missing from the crime scene are the medicine, the newspaper, and what was the other thing I said? The CD. Now, we can't present the CD because it's not here. And the newspaper, I mean, technically we have it, so it's not missing per se. But the prescription bag is empty, so prescription is definitely missing, right? I'm going to say because this game is fucking bullshit. But of all of those things, why would he take an empty prescription bag with him? That doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't make sense. Someone took his prescription.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point out something to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was giving a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Oh, duh. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Ha! That's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic. Otolaryngological. Ear, nose, and throat? No. Otto. It's not nose, because that would be Ulf. Nose. So, obviously, larynx is throat. Laryngological. I don't know what the Otto prefix means. I can't think of anything specific. So what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. Sore throat? More like a bitter war wound, you could say. Bitter war wound? Was he a gas survivor? A gas attack? War wound. The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. What? Took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. Oh, so it was ears. Ruptured his eardrum. But then how could he have been listening to the radio? I guess he could have had it in the other ear. Which ear, motherfucker? I want to know which ear. What on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. That could still be poisonous. It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. I mean, we can't. But thanks. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yeah, so it is in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribia. So where the fuck is it then? Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. But then where is it? What? Are you fucking mental? Seems that this medication is relevant to the case after all. No! Nick, you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. Someone stole it, man! Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribia. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. Exactly! However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It might not be, though. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. You don't know that.
Objection!
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. Yeah, exactly. The possibility is undeniable. Suck on that. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot. I have got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. That is something that bothers me. Yeah, good job, Nick. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Ha! I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Are we phrasing? Are we still doing phrasing? Court is adjourned for recess. Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir.
Oh, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit.
Looks like we all nearly died in there. Can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How can he betray us like that?
Huh?
He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up.
I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right?
It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. I felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again.
Well, Gumshoe. The next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds.
Bet he's going to be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know.
Yeah, he's a big old grouch. You going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Rah, 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 rah. We're going to get to the moment I can save, which is here. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. And we're going to save, and I'm going to go get some goddamn food. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I'll be back in just under 2 hours, 6 o'clock, for something with Pell if he's around, and if not, me on my own. So maybe live a live. If you fancy that, I will see you then. Goodbye.